What's up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the Google Nexus 4 and we're going to unbox it and take a quick look at it. So this is the brand new Nexus 4 manufactured by LG, and this is the Google reference device that has the best of Google in software and hardware, and this is their new reference device for 2012 and 2013. So let's go ahead and unbox this and see what comes inside. If you're not familiar with the Nexus devices, they are Google reference devices to push out the latest versions of Android, and they're very, very good phones for developers, for unlocking and rooting, and to test custom ROMs on. But the Nexus devices are also very good for people that like pure Android and that do not like skins on top of their Android devices. So opening it up, you will be greeted with the 4.7-inch True HD IPS Plus display that has a 1280 by 768 resolution with 318 pixel per inch density. And it's all powered by a 1.5 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 quad-core Pro processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM. And on the back, you have an 8 megapixel camera with a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera, and that back-facing camera is a Sony BSI sensor. And this comes with a stock Android 4.2 pure Google experience with no overlays of any kind by any manufacturer. So you see a quick start guide and a safety and warranty book, so you can read that if you need to, but I always just throw those right to the side. And you will see a power plug right there, and you also get a tool for removing the SIM card that is on the left side of the phone, so you can put your micro SIM card inside. And here is a USB to micro USB cable for data connectivity and charging. So this phone is a Pentaban HSPA Plus 3G phone, and it comes unlocked with no contract, and it is a worldwide phone. So it is supported on world networks, and there's no official 4G LTE support at this time, even though there's a 4G LTE chip inside, and it's only unlockable, I think, on bands 4 in Canada and a couple other places with some tweaks, but no official 4G LTE support at this time. So on the left-hand side of the phone, you see the volume rocker switch right there, and there is the SIM card slot right there that you can use with that little tool to get out to put your micro SIM card in. And on the bottom, you see microphone and a micro USB right there with the 2 screws. And on the right-hand side on the top, you see the power button on the right-hand side. It's a little bit farther up than I would like it, but it's pretty tactile. It's not too bad. And you see the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack with a secondary mic. And there is that front screen there, and you can see it's got some curved glass on it as well. So that is very, very nice. And the back is also glass. And if you look closely with some light in there, see if I can pick it up, it does come with a pattern on the back, and that is extremely neat. And that is carried over from the Optimus G, which this phone is based off of, with the big Nexus branding on the back. So I like the way it looks. And there is the speaker on the back, kind of oddly placed on the right side. So a very good looking device. So the big deal about this is the $299 price point for the 8GB model and the $349 for the 16GB model. And this is available in the Google Play Store, but for some countries and some places, they will be much more, and in some countries you can't even buy it. So no SD card expansion there, 16 gigs the highest you can get, and that might be a problem for a lot of people. So let's go ahead and power this thing on and see how fast it boots up, and we will go ahead and bring a Galaxy S3 on the left hand side and compare it. You can see that the Nexus 4 is not as tall as the Galaxy S3, but the screen size is very similar. But the only thing is that the Nexus 4 has on-screen buttons, so you will lose a little bit of that screen real estate. But you can see how fast it booted up right there. And let's take a look at the thickness of the Nexus 4. And you can see that the Galaxy S3 is thinner than the Nexus 4, but it's not that bad. It's pretty close, pretty comparable. So let's put those side to side. And just for fun, let's go ahead and bring a Galaxy Note 2 in the mix. And you can see how big that Galaxy Note 2 is So it's kind of like that in-between device. That 4.7 inch device now is pretty much the standard, where 4.3 used to be the standard before, but 4.7 is getting pretty close. Now here's a better comparable device of two modern devices right now. This is the HTC One X Plus with the 4.7 inch display as well, and you can see that they are pretty comparable in size as well. The HTC is a little bit taller and the HTC is thinner, but they are pretty close and comparable in size for sure, and in weight, so they feel pretty close to each other. And besides the Nexus with the glass back, but you can see how they stack against each other, and they look pretty similar in size. So this display is very, very nice. I really like the color replication on this. You can see it's very sharp, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with this at all. The viewing angle is very, very good. I don't think it's as good as maybe the HTC One X Plus or the Nokia Lumia 920, but you definitely see pretty good viewing angles there. But that curved screen is fantastic, and it does remind me of the Nokia Lumia 920 with that curved screen on the side. But very, very nice display. And you can see here that the S4 Pro is having no problems at all handling this Android 4.2. It is extremely snappy, no lags whatsoever, and the operation is very, very quick. And you can see here that it is running Android 4.2, and here are the new setting toggles right there by just clicking on that right. And it is very, very snappy. And let's take a look at the two-finger swipe down right here. You can get to that quick toggles as well from that. And let's take a look at the lock screen, and here are the lock screen widgets that you can add to the front, new in Android 4.2, and you can go right to the camera by swiping to the right. So let's just take a look at this camera very quickly, and you just tap to focus here, and it's got this pretty cool focus animation, and for some reason it's having a little bit of a focus problem on the macro here, but we'll definitely get into this camera more. And if you just push anywhere on the screen, you can see that there's quick settings for the camera, which I really, really like. I really love this camera interface, and I will definitely test it out further in the full review. So another thing that the Nexus 4 features is inductive wireless charging, which is awesome. It is built into the phone, and it uses the Qi standard, so any kind of Qi compatible wireless will work with this. And this is the Nokia Lumia 920, or the Nokia branded charging plate that came with the 920, and it works just fine with the Nexus 4. And I really, really love that they built this in, and I will definitely do some separate videos for I also have the Nokia stand as well, and we can just do that with NFC capability, so that'll be interesting to see. So it feels really, really good in the hand. I'm really kind of worried about how this glass is going to hold up, but I'll definitely do some case reviews as well. But what do you guys want to see me cover? I'm definitely going to do a full review with the call quality and everything else and battery life. But if there's anything in particular you want to see covered, benchmarks or anything like that, please leave your comments below. Subscribe to my channel, and definitely look out for my full review coming up. Thank you.